What's going on, everybody? It's the Ike's Tech Talk weekly live stream. Y'all know how it goes down on a Thursday night with your boy Ike. What up, what up, what up, party people? I'm listening to the audio preview. I sound a little bit low. I can already kind of tell. Yeah, I know. Somebody saying audio quality isn't good. My little one, like, literally came by and drive by and touched all over the microphone. So I'm like, yeah. So I might have to play around with the decibels a bit. How does that sound now, y'all? That sound a little bit better? I'm listening to the audio preview and stuff too. I know I sound a little bit better. I can hear it in the preview, but yo, I'm really mad. Cause it literally sounds like all like my limiter and all of that stuff got messed up. Echo. Could it be? Hold on, y'all. That's the volume. All right, let's try that. Hold on, I'm gonna also listen to it too. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, I think that's better. That's better. Yeah, my youngest man, he came by and did a drive-by. All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ah, we back. All right, cool. All right, I can hear it too. We're good. All right, let me mute that because man, we got so much to talk about, y'all. So much to talk about, y'all. Gwendolyn, you're saying now turn up the volume? It don't sound loud enough? No, I can hear it too. It is a little low. All right, there we go. Should be good. Testing for future Ike or past Ike. All right, we're gonna go with this, y'all. So just turn me up if you need to. Turn me up if you need to. All right, yo, because like I said, we got way too much to get into, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get right into. I had a thought and lost it. I'm gonna get right into roll call, cause bruh, absolutely nothing happened today. Like literally nothing. Like it was so crazy. Literally, I had my articles for the live stream. And I had like the show notes, everything I wanted to talk about, the news, because I'm still gonna talk about that too. But anyway, the news, all that stuff, man. And out of nowhere, we got a bombshell dropped on us. So what I'm gonna do is hit one of the articles and get them kind of right out the way. I'm looking at the show notes here. And then the other two are directly relating to the big elephant in the room, right? RCS with Apple. So trust and believe, we definitely gonna get there, man. But let me get through roll call because I already see that y'all out here in full effect, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I see we got James in the building. What up, man? Hope everything is good with you. He said Apple adopting RCS is so they don't let their iMessage baby from the EU. I think that that's a really big part of it. But like I said, we're going to talk about that for sure. Good evening. Welcome to RCS Thursday. Haha. See, Brad already know what's up. Yo, LaShawn in the building. What up? Hope everything is good with you, homie. LaShawn will also be live talking about pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight, tomorrow as well, with some other perspectives from the community. GG, Barry, all of them will be there too, man. So make sure y'all go through and show LaShawn some love tomorrow at Open Mic Night. Also, I know Juan and TK, they'll be live later on tonight, definitely talking about the RCS thing too, man. So a bunch of different perspectives and all of that stuff. So definitely some dope live streams going on. Okay, I don't know why I thought. All right, we're good. Hawks is in the building. What up? Hope everything is good with you. Brad, I said what's up. He said what's up to LaShawn and Hawks. Hey, Ron, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Umar is in the building, which this is how I found out. Umar pinged me and was like, I'm gonna spoil it for y'all now, what we talking about. And the funny thing is I hadn't even talked to Umar before he replied with that. So it was hilarious, man. It was hilarious. Yo, Ace in the place, man. I'm over here dropping bars. Ace in the place. What up, man? Hope everything is good with you, homie. Hey, top flight security of the world is in the building. What up, Barry? I know Barry's just as happy as I am, man. I saw some of his responses to some of the news, man. We already saying bye, 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 that NSYNC song, right? To SMS, and I'm so happy to be doing it. Let me see. Gwendolyn G in the building. What up, what up, what up? Hope everything is good with you. Said Google and Apple are working on RCS for iPhone. In other words, RCS is in this piece. Yes, sir. I'm so happy about it. So happy about it. That's when y'all was saying I'm late. I was like 3 minutes late. I was having like some system stuff. I didn't know exactly what the issue was, so I just tried like a last ditch real quick fix, and it actually worked. So we're good to go. But yeah, that's the reason I was a little late. That's the reason I was late. Oh, okay. This was in relation to this comment. So Brad said, he said, yep, the green slash blue bubbles will still be there. He said, but it doesn't matter what color the bubbles are as long as they properly communicate. Bruh, couldn't have said it any better myself, man. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Yo, Evan, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Slang in this piece. Yo, Slang, I gotta give you a special shout out, you and El Jefe. I can't tell you exactly what it's about yet. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the stream, but special thank you to you and El Jefe, yo. I'm gonna just say that for now. That's when I was echoing. Y'all said I was getting better. Turn up the volume. All right, cool. Urban Fire in this thing. What up, homie? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Jeff, blessings on your day, dude. Hope everything is good on that end. I said Ike with the dad beard. Nah, yeah, definitely full effect right now. I'm actually gonna be going and getting a cut tomorrow. Got some plans this weekend, so gotta get fresh to death. You already know. And I see JoJo. Oh, okay, she did retract it, but she posted again. What's up, Miss JoJo? I hope everything is good with you. Barry said Andre 3000 and Big Boy introduced RCS to the Bombs Over Baghdad. I love it. I love it. Bombs Over Baghdad. I love it. Hey, we ignorant this Friday. So y'all know what that means. If y'all are not a member to the homie LaShawn's channel, go and get subbed up and everything now. Go ahead and buy that membership. It's only a couple dollars. You can, well, even Starbucks costs more than a membership costs these days, but kind of boycott Starbucks for a week or two and go and show that man some love. And y'all already know Apple's bringing RCS and we allowed to get ignorant. It's gonna be crazy, man. So definitely make sure that y'all show up. Definitely make sure that y'all show up. Oh man. Oh, he said nice. Look forward to hearing. Yeah, bro. Seriously. Hey, Delvon, what up, man? He says, sup, Ike, Bay is the best color. You coming in through trying to start trouble, sir. Today is a good day. And you come in trying to start SHI, you know what? Trying to start it, man. I see you. See, I ain't gonna argue with you about the Bay this year. The Obsidian is still super, super clean with that beautiful matte black, man. But I ain't gonna lie, when we first saw like renders of all the colors, I was originally gonna get Bay, 100%. I kind of switched it up at the last minute. He said somebody's getting the open. I mean, hey, we never know. We never know. Stay tuned. Friday is tomorrow, by the way. See, I thought today was Friday. No, I'm just playing. Hey, the tech preacher in the building, Mr. LG. V60 himself. What's up, Easy Man? Hope everything is good with you, dog. He said that's someone being you. Wink, wink. Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. JJK anime quality with a lot of the behind the scene issue. Oh yeah, Studio Mappa. I remember, or I saw we were talking about that a little bit too. I haven't watched this week's episode yet. I got halfway through Veroni Kenshin, so I gotta finish Kenshin, and then I'm gonna watch JJK tonight. Or yeah, probably tonight. We'll see. No, Lewis. First and foremost, what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you. It is confirmed by Apple, man. 100% true. They're also going to be keeping the color green. So if it's iMessage, it'll be blue. If it's RCS or SMS, it'll be green. So it is 100% confirmed. It is coming more than likely with iOS 18 next year in September. So it is for sure. He said, oh, Bay is peak unless you're buying the 1 terabyte. Yeah, because the 1 terabyte only came in black, right? If I'm not mistaken. Today is a great day. RCS for the win. Yeah, you already know. Team LG, baby. I see you. I see you. LaShawn said, go sit down. All right, y'all. But let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, trust me, I got a nice little surprise towards the end of the stream. And I have a special shout out I got to give to El Jefe in Digital Slang. But let's go ahead and knock out these articles. And then we're gonna get right into the RCS. I promise, because I got a lot to talk about with this. I got a lot to say, a lot of thoughts, man. So for sure, for sure. Easy's keeping himself from Sony, dog. It's not nobody else or nothing else. It's Easy himself. And then yeah, he confirmed the 1 terabyte is black only. Say less. All right, y'all. But let's get into it. And no, y'all won't be able to see the surprise from the articles. So yeah, nah, it ain't happening. All right, we in there. So Pixel Launcher prepares a toggle to let you turn off the at a glance widget. Now this is coming directly from the Android QPR 2 beta 1. Yes, we were just testing the QPR 1 beta. Now we're looking at the QPR 2 beta 1. And Michelle, shout out to him, who's always doing the deep dive when it comes to the new Android releases, was able to find that they were actually going to be more than likely putting in a toggle so you could turn off at a glance. Biggest reason that this was kind of interesting to me is just because of like the conversation between some people not wanting it there and some people being cool with it. I've always been the camp that I like the at a glance. Now I will admit this new style at a glance with the whole pill, I'm not sure if they have a picture of it in this article. I don't think they do. Nah, Michelle doesn't have it. But the whole new design with the pill, I'm honestly not that big of a fan of it. I'm not that big of a fan of it, but I like how this one is laid out here with the to the left side. I would have been cool with them just making it that left side, and then you could put some other widget maybe to the right. But I will say it is dope that they at least are giving the option. They're gonna do a toggle so that way you'll have the option to decide what's gonna work best for you. So if you wanna use the at a glance widget, which I do, I love being able to get quick, easy previews right on the home screen when like my doorbell rings, and if I set a timer on my my Nest Hub, it shows me there at the at a glance widget. So I've always been someone that's found a lot of like utility to it. There's also a third-party app that a developer was actually working on to give it even more functionality, like being able to automatically track like your Amazon packages and all of that stuff, man. So like I said, it was pretty cool to see Google kind of pulling back the reins and being a little bit less, restrictive with what they're allowing you to do with the Pixel launcher. I know a lot of people feel as though Android is all about the choice, the customization. So it's always good to see kind of like the head of Android, being Google since they make it, kind of also following that as well. So I definitely do like to see that. The search bar, do y'all think that we'll eventually see a toggle for that? Honestly, I thought we'd see a toggle for the search bar before we saw one for the at a glance widget personally. But either way, man, I'm cool with having both. It's kind of like the signature Pixel kind of look, so to speak. Like I'm just used to seeing those things. So was never a big deal for me, but I am glad that they're giving the option to people who want it. Android's all about choice and all about options. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. So definitely love that they're bringing it in. So this is what the toggle will look like. Add at a glance to home screen. You could just check that off. And then you can see Michelle has an example with a different widget up top. So it's not like they just black out that space. You could put whatever up there you want. So like I said, definitely dope and good to see from Google, man. But anyway, like he said, it is going to be a ways off because this is the QPR 2. We haven't even gotten QPR 1 yet, which that should be dropping in December. So we should get that early next month. So QPR 2, we're looking at January, February, like March. So we may not have access to that feature until like March. Now you can always go and hop on the beta and you'll be able to take a look at it from there. But like I said, we probably won't be catching this in stable until like March. But that's all I really wanted to cover with this article, man. Like I said, just like that, they're giving folks a little bit more choice whether I'm going to use it or not. So definitely dope. Now, next article. Nothing Phone 2. Now this kind of aged like milk out on a hot Florida sun, but we're still gonna talk about it anyway because I think it's dope. And even though it's no longer relevant, I do still want to give Nothing some props for doing things a little bit differently, right? I feel like we get so caught up with manufacturers just trying to check this box, check this box, check this box, that you don't see a lot of players trying to do things differently. Now, with nothing being like more of like that startup style of manufacturer, because they're not huge right now, they're gonna have to do things like this. They have to be disruptors in the industry to get that attention, to get that notice. It just kind of stinks that they got the notice for about a day, and then Apple kind of came and was like, yeah, bro, we already, because I don't care what nobody say, Apple didn't make their decision based off of nothing. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful to Carl Pye. I'm a fan, but I do not believe that Apple is doing what they're doing in like retaliation of this. I personally believe it has more to do with the EU and how the EU was already rumored to be leaning more so to the side of forcing Apple to open up iMessage. And if I'm Apple and I have to put two choices on a Libra scale, I gotta say, okay, and I'll talk about this a little bit, later in a little bit more in depth, but if I have to put both the choices, either open up our proprietary iMessage, which is our main, gatekeeper when it comes to the Apple ecosystem, or I can put the other thing on the other side of the scale, which is adopt RCS, which is a standard and it's a backup to iMessage. The lesser of the two evils would definitely be the RCS play. So like I said, I highly doubt that this had, the bulk to do with Apple's decision, man. But I do want to give a shout out to Nothing for trying to do things a little bit differently. But anyway, so to make a long story short, so we can kind of, bombard to the RCS talk, right? To make a long story short with this one, yesterday, Nothing announced that they were coming out with the new service called Nothing Chat, and they were partnering with Sunbird, which if you haven't heard about Sunbird, for anybody who's tuning in, maybe you're just not super into tech or whatever the case may be. What Sunbird allowed you to do was to sign into an Apple ID without having an iPhone or a Mac or any of that, and actually get access to iMessage on an Android device and all of that other stuff. So that's kind of like the short end of how Sunbird worked. There's a lot more complexity and technology, obviously, that goes into making it all work. But to make a long story short, Sunbird had a bunch of Mac servers. You send a message, it goes to their servers, then it goes to Apple servers, goes to Apple servers, goes to Sunbird servers, and then back to your devices. Kind of how it worked, to my understanding. So Nothing kind of partnered with Sunbird to kind of build a user interface to get this in front of more users, so to speak. So yeah, pretty much just trying to combat the whole iMessage thing, more so here in the States than anywhere else, because everybody else, and I wish we could get to this point where, everybody else just uses, Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever. But obviously here in the States, Apple is the predominant manufacturer. They sell the most devices here. So iMessage and the Messages app from them is going to be kind of the default, so to speak. So yeah, but that's honestly the biggest thing with this. And like I said, it kind of ended up aging like spoiled milk. Now, in all honesty, I still see Carl Pay and Nothing keeping this around because, like I said, Apple's only adopting RCS. We don't know how RCS is going to play into like iMessage group chats and things like that. So the Nothing chats will still have an advantage over the whole RCS ruling or whatever the case may be. Just because of the fact that it allows you to tap directly into iMessage rather than RCS being a backup type of situation. So I think it'll still have its value for some people. I'm personally not in any iMessage groups or anything like that and never really am. So like I said, it's never been a big deal for me. But like I said, it's still dope to see them trying to disrupt the market and doing things a little bit different. So definitely got to give some praise for that. But again, Apple kind of came in and was like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and support RCS. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of these comments real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and get right into the RCS talk, man, because that is definitely the bulk of what I want to talk about tonight for sure. Because that is like, I was on my way to my son's doctor's appointment. And when I saw the tweet, Umar tweeted me about it, I yelled. I was like, oh my God, babe. And, my wife got scared. She kind of jumped. She thought something was happening. And like, seriously, it really caught me. And I'll explain why. Because it's not just, yay, EU for the win, Apple bad. Like, it's not even about that. It's more intimate than that. But yeah, it definitely caught me, and I was really, really excited for it. So yeah, let's get into these comments. Easy said I have he said I have Sony, a bunch of Sony. Nothing is keeping me from Sony. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, Brad said he likes the pill design. Okay, that's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Jojo said now they just need to add icon pack support. Oh, icon pack support would be dope. Like for it to just be natively built in. I like that a lot, Jojo. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I didn't think about that. At a glance, yo, facts, bro. I never thought to like think of it like that, but honestly, yeah, like at a glance is Google's dynamic island. I wish it did sports scores. That would be pretty dope. Like how I follow the Bulls on like when Bulls have games, their scores automatically pop up in like a little pill. I don't know if any of y'all have ever used that or whatever the case may be. But yeah, if they could like throw that into at a glance, that would be pretty dope. But yeah, dude, honestly, spot on. Like at a glance is Google's dynamic island. I agree. He said, I hope we get to use different search bar widget eventually. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like if they're allowing people to disable at a glance, I wouldn't think the search bar is too far off, because I get more functionality out of the at a glance widget than I do the search bar. So who knows though? Since the search bar is on the dock, it's kind of like doesn't take up much more space or any real space, since it shares the dock with your icon. So I don't know. Maybe it was easier for them to do at a glance because of that. Hey, iMessage for nothing. Let's go. Exactly, Bear. Exactly. Like I said, it's still gonna have its advantage. It's still gonna have its advantage over just them supporting RCS, because of the fact that, like, again, if you have friends who are on iMessage group threads, you don't have to worry about being, missing out on those, group threads or whatever. Whereas if you have RCS, I doubt Apple's gonna give you any type of way to get into iMessage group chats because you got RCS now. Like if anything, you'll have an RCS group chat, but it ain't gonna be iMessage. So I think even though Apple's news broke and it kind of took a dump on Nothing's, announcement, I still think that this is pretty important though, because it's still two different problems, right? Like the Nothing chats solves the problem of you have friends with group chats, or maybe there's a particular feature that iMessage has that, you want to use, like, they have message reactions if you want to use that or whatever, which I know that they convert to Google Messages, but not vice versa. But like I said, man, if there's anything from the iMessage perspective, the Nothing's chat should theoretically have that. Whereas RCS, you ain't getting that. The most you're gonna get is the encryption and the high resolution media sharing. Like I don't think that they'll do like live typing indicators, or I don't think that they're gonna do anything like that. I think Apple's just gonna support the basics of it, the end-to-end encryption, the high quality pictures and videos. I think is the most that we'll see, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm just trying to keep it realistic is all. Apple said F you Sunbird and Beeper. Facts, they did. Nothing made a whole lot of nothing. I don't know, man. I still think Nothing Chats is pretty dope though. So does this completely kill Carl's Nothing Chats project? Nah, and kind of like I explained earlier, Jojo, I think that these both are gonna work kind of independently, because they kind of attack two different problems, if that makes sense. Like these are solutions for two separate problems. It just, in my opinion, how I see it, Somebody else may see it differently. Yo, MPT in the building. What up, homie? He said, I'm curious if it will only be on iOS at first, like how iMessage for Mac and iPad didn't support SMS and MMS first. You could only message other Apple users from your Mac/iPad, but that changed later. I mean, if they're opening it up to iOS, I wouldn't see a reason for them to stagnate it on Mac or iPad, in all honesty. I mean, I honestly would think it would work the same way as the text messaging forwarding on the Mac and iPad now. Like they would be kind of taking a step backwards if they decided to do it the other way. Hey, hot water in the building. What up? Joseph in the building, man. He said, man, what's up? When did you grow up bearded? That's definitely been a while. So I'm actually gonna go get a cut tomorrow. So I'll still have the beard. It just won't be as long as this. But yeah, just gotta go get the fresh cut is all, homie. But it has been a while, man. Hope everything is good for sure, dog. Glad to see you. Delvon said, I reacted the same way when the wife and I were shopping in Walmart. She didn't care at all, and she's an iPhone. She said, messaging is messaging. Honestly, that's how my wife is. Like, she's like, look, as long as I can text you, cool, it is what it is. But the one thing that she does love when I'm on an iPhone is videos. She's like, look, babe, you take videos. I want it right then and there. I don't want to wait for it to upload to Google Photos. I want the video now. So when I do have an iPhone, she does typically get pretty excited and pretty happy about that. But yeah, she to this news, she was just kind of like, oh, you know, cool, I guess, you know, we won't have to use Google Photos really anymore. And I was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, you know, cool, whatever. But, you know, for us, I was like, this is massive, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. You know, she could send me videos when she maybe had, because there's been times like where like she'll take the kids and like my son will do something cute and she'll take a video of it and she'll try to send it to me. And it's like, that came in looking like straight garbage and it kind of ruins the moment. So it'll be dope for that alone, you know? But like I said, man, we'll get into that. Very stupid. I know, that's how I'm feeling though, dog. That's how I'm feeling. RCS for iPhone. Yeah. But let's go ahead and pivot, man, and get into why you're all here. Apple announces that RCS support is coming to the iPhone next year. So y'all heard it there. Apple announces. Apple announces. Oh, nah, for sure, Joseph. I totally feel you on that, man. I totally feel you on that. I be missing other people's streams sometimes too, dog. So I get it. I get it. No sweat. No sweat at all. Like I said, just glad to see you, man. All right, so Apple announces that RCS support is coming to the iPhone next year. So first, let's just get into what's going on. Then we can kind of talk about the W's in the room. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of the conversation that I've been seeing on Twitter a little bit. So in a surprising move, Apple has announced today that it will adopt the RCS Rich Communication Services Messaging Standard. The feature will launch via a software update later next year, obviously iOS 18, and bring a wide range of iMessage style features to messaging between iPhone and Android users. Apple's decision comes amid pressure from regulators and competitors like Google and Samsung. Let's keep it real, it's because of regulators. Apple wasn't sweating Google and Samsung because of this. It also comes as RCS has continued to develop and become a more mature platform than it once was. I agree with that statement as well. RCS brings iMessage style features to cross-platform text. In a statement to 9to5Mac, an Apple spokesperson said that the company believes RCS will offer better interoperability. I know the word in my head, but I cannot say that, and I'm not gonna even try it again. Y'all can clown me all y'all want. For cross-platform messages. Later next year, we will be adding support for RCS Universal Profile. The standard is currently published by the GSM Association. This is huge because a lot of people, for some reason, thought that Google owned RCS. Google doesn't own RCS, bro. Like, RCS is a standard made by somebody else that Google adopted to replace SMS and MMS. RCS is not owned by Google. So it's published by the GSM Association. We believe RCS, RCS will offer a better, that word, experience when compared to SMS or MMS. This will work alongside iMessage, which will continue to be the best and most secure messaging experience for Apple users. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I have no issue with that whatsoever. You can focus on continuing to make iMessage great, but I'm happy that RCS is the backup. This is what we've all have been asking for. I don't know anyone, I'm trying to thinking like, because I said anyone. I can't think of anyone that I know who was ever asking for iMessage to come to Android. Like, that's not something I was asking for. Now, if it did, like via subscription or something like that, would I subscribe to it? Yeah, because it makes the communication between myself and my wife easier. I'm not going to inconvenience her by forcing her to get a new phone or something like that when hers is fine and she enjoys it, when, you know, I can just subscribe to iMessage for $5 or $10 a month and we have no issues. So, like I said, just overall, no matter how you put this, this is a W. Now, how we got the W, I'm not gonna say it is concerning, and I've kind of addressed this and talked about this on streams before when the EU's gotten involved. This USB-C and side loading are W's in my opinion. They are W's. USB-C is the new standard for everything, even other Apple products. Apple should have definitely put the iPhone on USB-C way before this year. Side loading is one of those things where I feel like it's a W regardless, just because of the fact that, you know, if you want to use side loading, cool, you can use it. If you don't want to touch it, you never have to. So it's an overall W, because if you don't want to do it, or you're scary, you know, to do it, even though I've been side loading on iPhone for years with Alt Store. But if you want to do it, there it is. It's great. If you don't, you can kind of leave it alone. And then obviously this being RCS as the backup to iMessage, that's another W. It doesn't affect, like, it's one of those things where it doesn't affect you if you're Apple to Apple. It affects the households like mine, excuse me, like Delvon's, like Galen. I talked to Galen earlier today about this. We were on Twitter talking, and he felt the same way I did. It helps our households communicate easier. I can run whatever Android phone I please and not feel any type of sweat or any type of pressure about sending media between me and my wife. We have kids, right? And maybe, and I'm not trying to throw salt on anybody or anything like that, man, but I know that there's a lot of, well, you know, it's not happening in close proximity to me, so it doesn't exist. I'm already hearing, like, my oldest son talk about at school how people have Android phones and iPhones and how they're treated and things like that. And yes, it's stupid. Like, we as adults can say that it's stupid, right? But let's be real. And excuse my French if y'all have kids watching. Kids are asses. Kids are asses from the beginning of time to the end of time. Kids will always find something to complain about, something to compare themselves with, something to make themselves sound better than another kid. Like, that's always gonna happen. Yes, nobody's disagreeing with that, right? But as a company who supposedly prides themselves so much with being more human than your typical tech company, I honestly, in my opinion, it shouldn't have taken this long. Like, it shouldn't have taken this long for them to adopt it. I get before when it was less mature, but I'm hearing, no, I'm not saying I'm hearing, I've heard people say as recent as a month ago, RCS is still not ready. It's still not mature enough. So per their perspective, it's not ready, it's not mature enough, and Apple doesn't like adopting things before they're mature and they're ready. So what happened differently between RCS a month ago and today? Nothing. Nothing. All right, we even got some people who are looking at this from the perspective of, you know, well, this doesn't change anything. You're still gonna have blue bubbles and green bubbles. It doesn't matter as far as sales, and, you know, this isn't gonna make iPhone people switch to Android. Y'all are missing the point. Stop trying to put sales numbers and business logic and all of that on every single little thing. Some things are just an ethics call, and something as simple as, cover y'all kids' ears. Something as simple as fucking communication should not be difficult between any platform. Like that's like, there should be no obstacle in how I choose to communicate with my son, right? My son having an iPhone and me wanting to carry Android devices. You know, if he wants to send me a cool video of something that he did in school, or maybe his project or whatever, there shouldn't be a, here's a wall in place just because we want you to go buy an iPhone. Like that shouldn't happen. Like, this move is so far, it's so far gone from sales. It's so far from business. This is just about basic fundamental human conversation, communication. You see what I'm saying? And that's the part that always gets me, right? I understand us wanting to question everything and have curiosity on everything, and, you know, not wanting to feel like whatever we're comfortable with is threatened. This is absolutely nothing but a W. It's nothing but a W. And this move wasn't, like, this move, in my opinion, from Apple wasn't about them trying to sell more iPhones. It wasn't about them trying to stop the blue bubble versus green bubble war. It wasn't about any of that. If we're being 100% real, the reason that Apple did this is because there were leaks and rumors of the EU leaning towards making them open up iMessage. And like I said earlier in the stream, if I'm Apple and I got to choose between opening iMessage, my proprietary first party that I think is the best on the market service, messaging service, or just adopting RCS as the backup, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? I'm going to choose RCS every day, twice on Sundays, and 3 times during last week. Like, it's going to be RCS all day, every day. I don't want anybody to get inside of my little secret sauce. I still want my iPhone users to feel special, right? Because, and that's the thing. Like, I was talking to my wife about this, and one of the things that makes me so happy about this is it's in a way, and just stick with me. It's going to force Apple to have a stronger, not foundation, because I'm not looking at the Apple ecosystem when I say this. I'm looking more so towards the iPhone. They're gonna have to come out with a overall just better product than the competition. It can't be this, well, iMessage now, if I get an Android phone, I can't send this message to this person. Now, like I said, that comes with caveats, because obviously if you're trying to do group messaging with iMessage and stuff, I doubt RCS people are going to be able to get in on that. But what I'm saying is, just for that general person-to-person communication, you no longer have to have an iPhone to do things as simple as send high-quality video. Like, Apple, y'all take some of, if not the highest quality video in any mobile smartphone. Why would you want that coming to anybody's phone looking like trash? And I mean, I get it. So then I can say, hey, it's your phone's fault, when in actuality, no, it's not. But it's like, I just can't, man. Like, this is literally nothing but a W. And the thing is, people always try to say that I'm the one who's always in the middle, who always tries to be neutral and see both perspectives. With this one, there are no perspectives in the negative for me. There's zero L's. All this is a major fat W across the board. This is a W. And if you can't see that, then I begin to question, if you have a different perspective, which is cool. I'm totally fine with different perspectives and things like that. But I question if you care more about the brand behind the platform, or if you care truly about the platform rather than the brand, because this is nothing but a W in my opinion. Okay, yeah, like this is nothing but a W. Anybody who feels otherwise, I would invite you to please give me a perspective, because I sat and thought about this. Like, is there any con to this? The only con that I will say, and I was kind of getting to it and I got off track with the EU, is the fact that the EU is mandating a lot. And the thing is while all of these are good changes, what if there's a bad change that they feel as though should happen, but we don't agree with? Then what do we do? You see what I'm saying? That's the only con I can kind of pull from this. But everything else, this is a, bruh, W, man. Like, how they got that meme with Mayweather throwing out L's, he's throwing out W's with this, dog, because this is crazy. Lewis, he said, as long as you can receive the information, exactly. And that's the point that I'm making with it. Like, because a lot of people were like, well, consumers aren't going to notice. Dude, this isn't for people to, like, take a deep breath, because I'm getting hyped. This isn't something for people to, like, oh, I got this brand new feature on my phone. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about, and I had this conversation with another creator, and the example I gave, I think, was perfect for the situation. One of my favorite, like, Apple executives pretty much of all time was Johnny Ive. I know he made a lot of dumb decisions, things like that, but he has a lot of quotes that I resonate with and that stick with me. And one of the things that he mentioned, and it's always stuck with me, is that tech is at its best when it's invisible, when it just works and it's invisible. I don't have to ask why, it just works. It just does what it's supposed to do. And I don't have to question why it does, but it does. That's when tech is at its best, when it fades to the background and doesn't get in the way. The why or how something works, in my opinion, well, I won't say all the time, but with this specifically, the why and how doesn't matter. I don't care why or how this works. What I care about is the fact that it works. That's what I care about. This is something that's gonna be in the background. Nobody's gonna notice this. The only time you're gonna notice it, they're gonna have that video come in being sent from an Android user, and they're gonna be like, oh, this is actually pretty high quality. That's what they're gonna notice. That's what they're gonna notice. And that's all that should matter. I shouldn't have to go on a 25-minute, you know, depiction of why messaging is the way it is to my wife. I should just be able to send her a video and it sends and it's high quality when it gets to her. You know, that's it. He said, but can we trust Apple to deliver on RCS? Stop it, LaShawn. I know exactly where you're going with that, sir. Exactly where you're going. MPT said, I'm hoping this will mean that Google will let you use an email address instead of a phone number for RCS/Google Chat functionality /message. Yeah, I got you, dude. And like I said, Google Messages is still far from perfect. This is about RCS, not necessarily Google Messages. Google Messages isn't RCS. Like, they're not a one-to-one thing, right? So I'm looking specifically at RCS. From leaks and rumors about what Google's doing, though, they are working on that functionality where you'll be able to sign into a Google account. Like, I know for beta testers for it, they can already do it. I try to do it and can't, but you can sign into your Google account on Messages for the web instead of scanning the QR code. So it's something that they're working on bringing. I think that they just haven't done it yet. He really has with the word pronunciation. That's definitely true, Brad. Slang said, I'd never need to go back now to Apple as my daily B-roll camera for life. A lot of people say that, dog. Jojo said that is all we wanted. No one asked for RCS to replace iMessage on iPhones. Thank you, Jojo. Never. He said, get that 15 Pro Max in your life. Nah, man, I'm good. I'm good for right now, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Barry said, yes, lots of W's. Yeah, man, W's all around, dude. Delvon said, 100% communication becomes easier for both of us. Exactly. Exactly. I know, sir. I dropped an F-bomb. I'm sorry, y'all. No, and Malik, I totally agree with you here, dog. It's not going to stop it, but no. Whoever's throwing shade because of the color of somebody's flipping bubble, like, seriously, you need to grow up. And I pray to God, I hope I never see anybody come at somebody sideways like that, because I'm not typically like a confrontational person, but that's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. Oh, you got a green bubble, man, I can't talk to you. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, dude, I'm so happy that I'm married and I'm off the market and I'm done. Like, shout out to my beautiful, gorgeous, insanely awesome wife, because I don't have time for this shit, bro. Like, I don't have time for the bullcrap that people, because it ain't just females, it's males doing some of this stuff too. I don't have time for this, dog. I just don't. I don't. Red bubbles. Make RCS red bubbles. I'm with it, Slang. I'm with it. I'm with it. MPT said he said it won't really change anything other than increasing the media and everything. No, and exactly, MPT. Nobody is mad at that. Nobody is mad at that. Nobody's mad at this point at all, dude. Like, you're 100% correct, and that is okay. If I'm using an iPhone and I message my wife who has an iPhone, I'm fine with there being exclusive and cool features because we are both using iPhones. For all my MMORPG fans, think of it as like set bonuses, like for your raid gear. Like, pretty much, to make a long story short, for those who don't play video games, you have your made character in a game, and as you go through different dungeons and things like that, you get different pieces of armor. Well, in some MMOs, you get a bonus, so extra stats, you do more damage, you get more health, things like that, the more of a same set of armor that you have. It's the same thing. Set bonuses, iMessage between two iPhone users. Nobody is saying that any of that needs to change, dude. The only thing that needs to happen is when I want to carry an Android phone and my wife wants to keep carrying her iPhone, that I send high quality media to her. And I don't care. I don't even care about the end-to-end encryption. And I know Ray is probably somewhere cringing, Twin Folk Tech, because he hates it when I talk about this. But I'm not the biggest like security buff when it comes to this stuff. It kind of is what it is. But I just want the high quality media. And I'm sure that that's what most people wanted, was high quality media, dude. This doesn't have to change anything for Apple users. If you are still heavily an Apple user and all your folks is heavily Apple users and all their folks is Apple users, Hey, this news is whatever to y'all. Y'all don't care about this. That's fine. This is for the households who are split. I no longer feel any type of obligation to carry an iPhone for iMessage because I know the features that I care about, which is just media, is gonna go back and forth no problem, and it's gonna look awesome. That's all I've ever cared about when it's come to messaging, you know, my wife back and forth. And she's like right there on the couch playing Fortnite, and she's not objecting to any of it. Yo, Scoop in the building. What up, what up, what up, homie? I saw your pic, dog, doing big things. Scoop, scoop. See, yeah, Barry said it right here. He said, correct, MPT, but no one was asking for that. We are not looking at an iMessage replacement. We don't want the garbage that is SMS, and I almost said RCS, SMS and MMS. Exactly. Exactly. He said, doubt it, Michael. Every company knows that Apple was gatekeeping this and had US carriers screw over consumers for years to give Apple an iMessage lockout. That is why the EU stepped in. See, and like I said, I get both sides of this argument, the whole EU allowed to mandate. Like I said, I don't know too much to go too far deep into it. I don't get involved in the politics, man. I just ain't my speed. I got more exciting things to do with my time, like play with phones and watch basketball and watch anime and play video games than to worry about politics and stuff like that. I know, probably the dumbest thing I could possibly say, but that's just me being real with y'all. But yeah, like I said, I see both sides to that argument because it's like, okay, if we continue to allow them to keep mandating things, what happens if they mandate something that I don't want them to mandate, right? So I like I said, I totally get both sides of that argument, dude, but this was nothing but a massive W, dog. Like, I'm sorry, MPT, and I don't want to feel like anybody's ganging up on you, dog. But there's literally zero else to this, homie. There is zero else to this, dog. Again, I'm not calling you out specifically. I'm just saying in general, just because the conversation that you're bringing to it. I love it, though. It's a great perspective, and it's totally valid that we discuss it. So just to answer your perspective back, nah, son. This is 100% W's, dog. Yo, RJ in the building. He said, what up, what up? I'm late. What up, peeps? I feel like they took a shot trying to shut down. A lot of people are saying this, dog. A lot of people are saying this, but I don't think so. Like, I don't think Apple would make a decision like this off of just 24 hours, man. And not even 24 hours, really. So I don't know about that one, man. I don't know. But who really knows besides Apple? But I just don't. I don't know. No, nothing is a little too small for, like, and not saying that they don't make dope products. I think the Nothing Phone 1 and 2 were really dope products for what they were. But I just don't see Apple feeling any pressure from them, if that makes sense, right? Like, if I'm in the NBA, I'm not feeling no pressure from a middle school baller. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Not to say that Nothing doesn't matter. I think that they're a great company and they're doing some good things, but yeah, man, Apple's really, really big, dog. I think that this was definitely more EU than anything. He said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. I'm stoked for it. He said, I could see this also push Google to make their implementation of it better as well. Okay, cool. Just making sure we're all on the same page. Making sure we're all on the same page. Because, yeah, SMS and MMS got to go. Bye, 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 bye. My NSYNC, all my NSYNC fans. I know y'all, I'm done. My bad. He said, same here, just got home. Oh, middle school basketball game. There you go. Kids got me moving. Bruh, between a daughter in dance and a youngest who's in all kinds of doctor's appointments, I totally get it, dog. Gotta be in that daddy mode. I get it, I get it. LaShawn, I ain't even putting up that comment about that blue bubble. Stop it, sir. Stop it. He said, I like that. It's like set bonuses. World of Warcraft is honestly where I stole it from, dog. World of Warcraft. Yep. You got your set bonuses, man. You put on, a more common one for me is Destiny, but if you put on 4 pieces of the armor from, what's the name of the raid? King's Fall raid. If you put on four pieces of armor, you do extra damage against taken enemies, stuff like that. So like I said, I'm totally cool with, cause I would even be cool with, and I know Samsung used to do this in the past before we did this whole RCS thing, where if I had a Samsung phone and somebody else had a Samsung phone, you got iMessage style features. Like, you had that. It's just that obviously RCS then kind of stepped up to the plate. Google adopted it. So Samsung was like, yeah, we need to do that kind of situation. Hey, Migs, man, what up? What up, dog? Hope everything is good with you, homie. Hasn't Apple done something like this before to nothing? Nothing made some announcement, then Apple did a website refresh on a product. I think, you know what? I think so. Yo, could Apple have it out for nothing? You think? Nah. Nah. Hey, now slow down, RJ. I used to be heavy into Destiny. I kind of fell off after. I fell off like right before, I won't say right before Lightfall, but I fell off like maybe about 2 or 3 months, whatever was like the second to last season before Lightfall is when I kind of fell off of Destiny. But before that, dude, I was all the way back since the Destiny 1 alpha. Like I played the Destiny 1 alpha. I did all the raids in the original Destiny. I used to Sherpa people through raids, man. I used to Sherpa people through trials. I wonder if I can find some of those old videos. I used to, with a Twitch streamer, I used to help them carry other people to the lighthouse, which for people who know what we're talking about, it's like a PvP game mode, like a person versus person game mode. And pretty much taking people to the lighthouse is like one of the hardest things in the game. I'm not trying to flex at all, I promise, but yeah. I used to go pretty hard on Destiny, man, but corporate greed got the best of Bungie, so I had to take a step back. And I haven't purchased a season since whatever was the second to last season before Lightfall. And after all the bull crap they've been pulling over there in the gaming industry, I don't know if I'll be back for Final Shape. We'll see. Hey, bring back Nextel, the little walkie-talkie button. Facts. I still remember those Boost Mobile commercials with Ludacris. You'd be like, where you at? It used to be so funny. So funny. Just so everyone is clear, and this was announced as well, Google is indeed helping Apple with their implementation of RCS. Google knows what to do. Tim Cook said, I'll teach you to respect your elders. Stop it, Jojo. Stop it. Let's see. Yes, Jojo. Tim Cook said, you don't have to buy your grandmother an iPhone. I'm done. I'm about to shut the stream down just with that, yo. But that's kind of what I wanted to get off my chest, man. Like I said, overall, I think that this was such a good move, man. I honestly don't really see, like I said, anything wrong with it, except for, like I said, the point, because I even though I get it, there's legislations in place and things like that, as much of like government conspiracy movies I've seen and shows that I've seen, and I know that stuff for the most part is fiction, you know, you always got to be careful at how much power you give people to mandate things in your life, because at some point they could strike up something that you don't like, but you got to accept it, right? So like I said, there's always going to be that side of caution that you got to air out on. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, this in particular, the USB-C and the side loading, as of right now, right? The EU has not missed. Like me and James Apple been talking about JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, hasn't missed the episode since season 2 started. The EU has not missed with one of these legislative announcement type deals. Like they haven't missed, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. RJ said, I gotta see it out, especially since it's, I know, man, and I feel the same way. Like I'm so invested in these characters. They bringing Kate back, all of this crazy stuff. So like, I'm invested, bro. So if anything, even if I don't play it, I will follow the story to see how it all goes, like how it all goes down. I will for sure do that. But I don't know if I'll be able to support them after what they did with all those layoffs. I don't know if I'll be able to support them after that. Like they were screwing people out of, you know, benefits and bonuses and all kinds of crazy stuff, dude. And don't get me wrong, like I love Bungie, the game developer. Like I love their games. Like I grew up on the original Halo. Halo 2 was my first PvP online gaming experience, and I know it was like that for a lot of people. So like, I mean, it's always tough to see, you know, your favorite game dev, because Bungie was my favorite game dev. It's always tough to see them make decisions that are just purely immorally wrong from the stance of just greed, because that's literally what it was about. Bungie's like really in need of cash, so they had to do what they had to do. And like I said, I'm just not a big fan of it. He said, yeah, I was pretty pissed off. Yeah, dude, it really sucks. It really sucks. But then it's like you don't want to not buy it, because then you're also hurting the developers who've been actually making the game and putting in all of like the blood, sweat, and tears and all that into it. So it's one of those catch-22s, man. But we'll see. We'll see. We got plenty of time before final shape comes out for me to make a decision. He said, added bonus is since RCS works over Wi-Fi, I won't have to have an active SIM. Oh, and all my devices to use it potentially. I honestly didn't even know that RCS worked only over Wi-Fi. I never knew that. That's dope. Mick, stop it. He said, I'll be happy to not get grainy videos and pictures from Pixel Kakawa RCS on the iPhone. Stop it, sir. I'm about to kick you out of the stream. He said, Halo 2 is like, I will say 3, Reach and 3 will always be my favorite Halo games of all time. I can't choose between Reach and 3 though. Cause that final mission in Reach, bro, you felt that. Like, I ain't trying to sound like a punk or nothing, yo, but I got a little emotional at the end of Halo. And I mean, you know what's gonna happen, but it doesn't matter. It still catches you slipping 100%. James said GTA 6. Oh, Rockstar already announced it. They already announced it. They said GTA 6 trailer will be coming next month for the anniversary or whatever they're doing. So it will be for sure. My wife already said, babe, whatever day it launches, I'm taking the day off. And I was like, oh, for sure. No doubt. We already working on getting a second PlayStation so we can play it together. Slang said, I hate Halo, laugh out loud. COD for me all day. Bruh, COD, the original Modern Warfare was my jam. Original Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare, World at War. I never really got into Black Ops, me personally. I was always a bigger fan of like the more modern, futuristic Call of Duty ones, man. The ones made by Sledgehammer. Or Sledgehammer, I think is the name of the studio. But yeah, I haven't touched a COD in years, but COD still holds a special place in my heart for sure. Oh, he said Reach is the best. I don't know, man. Reach was so good, man. Reach was so good. But 3 is baller, dog. Like 3 is really dope. Really dope. NPC said, thinking back to the iPhone 15 event, I felt like Apple wanted to announce RCS support then, but wasn't 100% sure they'd have it ready soon enough. He said, I know there was some stuff cut from the event. Okay, cool. I didn't even realize that. Maybe they were planning on it the whole time. Yeah, the original was so dope. Zombies. Oh, you got the new one, Ace? Are you liking it? Like, is it one that kind of pulls you back into the series? Because like, I don't know. I just can't. Like, I used to get caught up in the trap of like buying those every year and buying the new 2K every year. And I got burnt out, bro. Like, you're buying the same damn game over and over and over again, yo. Like, yo, yeah, nah. So I kind of was like, ugh. Speaking, I got an email. I didn't realize it was already 10. All right, so let's go ahead. LaShawn, Half-Life, sir? Stop it. Half-Life is dope, but it's not in the same league as no Halo or COD, bro. Like, you snapping, sir. Chill. Go sit in the corner. I can't believe I just read that. Like, you made me mad. Like, I legit got a little attitude. All right, but let's go ahead, man, and wrap for a second, y'all. So, like I said at the top of the stream, man, I had a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of some things. So I know, Migs. I know. Half-Life, like of all the, like he could have said, dang, what other game could he have? He could have said Overwatch. I already know, you know, he likes Overwatch and stuff like that, but come on, Half-Life, son? But anyway, like I said, I've not played the campaign. Online is cool, but I'll always go back to Fortnite. My wife is heavy on Fortnite. She's trying to get me into it, and it's not so much that I'm resisting. It's just I hate the building. The building kills me. When Zero Build is around, I'll play that kind of with her sometimes, but Fortnite's really just not my speed. You could have said Counter-Strike. You could have said Counter-Strike. I'm not a Counter-Strike player, but Counter-Strike is dope. Counter-Strike is dope. Honestly, Metroid does slap Half-Life, dog. Metroid Prime. GameCube, Metroid Prime slaps Half-Life any day of the week. I would say Metroid Fusion and what's the other one that they did? Return of Samus on GBA. Those are, I think, like my favorite ones. But Prime is like top of all time Metroid game in my opinion. All right, but y'all get me sidetracked with all this video game stuff. All right. So first, I gotta real quick. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. 1 second, I promise. Oh, now I'm unmuted. I promised y'all. Surprise. All right, I'm back now. All right. Y'all already know me. I'm all dramatic and long-winded and all of that stuff, right? So, first things first, Slang and El Jefe. Major shout out for y'all, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and no, not that. Not the screen. God, come on, what you doing? There we go. So I gotta give y'all a shout out for the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. I checked out you and El Jefe. Bro. I saw on El Jefe's tier list, right? His S tier. I was looking for a new pair of earbuds, and we'll talk about why in a second. So, oh, y'all can't even see him because it ain't in focus. There you go. So, I was looking for a new pair of earbuds. My Pixel Buds Pro, I'm kind of having some issues with them, right? So, I checked out Slang and El Jefe's videos. And El Jefe had the whole tier list, right? He's doing his S tiers. I'm looking for a new pair of buds. I'm like, you know, all right, cool. That's what's up. Everything's dope with that, you know. He put them in the S tier. And I know S tier for El Jefe is pretty effing major if you don't know him. So I was like, okay, dope. You know what? I'll go ahead and check out the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. Now, obviously, just got them in maybe about a day or two ago, around there. Absolutely love them. Absolutely fantastic. I was a huge fan of the Pixel Buds Pro. I almost said the Pixel Buds Pro 2. Those ain't out yet. I got the embargo, y'all. But anyway, the Pixel Buds Pro. I'm a big fan of the Pixel Buds Pro. Now don't get me wrong, I do still love that you can control the volume from the bud on the Pixel Buds Pro. And I don't see a way to do that on these just yet. Again, I just got them, so I'm still figuring them out and all that stuff. But these are massive. These are dope. The transparency mode is cleaner than the Pixel Buds Pro. Excuse me. The ANC is stronger than on the Pixel Buds Pro, right? I didn't have the AirPods Pro 2 long enough to be trying to say anything definitive. I sold them. I think I sold them to Sep, actually. Sep Dog. But these joints is absolute bangers. They're absolute fire. Like, absolute fire. Now, that was just the whole special shout out because I wanted to tell them special shout out, whatever, because they definitely deserve it because they made me spend my money and they did not disappoint me. And there's not too many people that I allowed to influence me to make a purchase. There's just not. Yo, Fog, I didn't say what's up to you, but what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you. He said, how you feel about that Pixel Fold? I seen they dropped the price on eBay, $900. I love the Pixel Fold, and you know what? It almost seemed like fate, because I'm glad you asked. We're getting ready to get into that too. So I started off this year, and I was talking on the live stream, and this was obviously, it was me, it was JoJo, it was LaShawn. We were super hype about the Pixel Fold. And I made the comment and said that I think that this is the year where I fully switch over to foldables over slabs. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm never going to buy another slab again. I'm not saying that. But I can definitely say this is the year that I am going all in on foldables. I'm all in. I'm in there like swimwear. I'm fold for life. I know Gigi got Folderella. We got to come up with some fold name for Ike or something like that. Yo, Evan, man, good night. Appreciate you for coming through, homie. Trust me, we right behind you. I'm almost out of here too. But anyway, yeah, I said that. Now, I've had the Pixel Fold since August, right? This is not the fold. This is not the fold that's making me feel like I'm going to be on foldables full time. This isn't the fold. So I know with that, y'all probably know where I'm about to go. Y'all know what's getting ready to happen. Y'all know what's getting ready to go down. But yes, your boy does have the OnePlus Open now as well. OnePlus Open is in the lab for testing. Yes, I see it in the chat. The open. But it said open, Ike, open up, Ike. But yes, the OnePlus Open is in the building, and I've had it for a little bit, not long enough to go definitive, not long enough to try to be all, yeah. Yes, honeymoon phase is still in effect. I will admit that 110%. But where I thought and felt that the Pixel Fold was going to be the foldable to make me say, I'm showing messages and stuff. Who's messaging me? My bad, y'all. Oh, I thought the Pixel Fold was going to be the foldable that was going to make me say, I'm all in on foldables. If it don't fold, I don't want it up in here. The OnePlus Open is that foldable. It's that damn good. It is that damn good. Like I said, I'm a few days in. Nothing super crazy. I'm not ready to say anything definitive. I'm not rushing any content. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, kind of like what I did with the Pixel, I'm gonna take my time. Whether that means I drop videos weekly, I drop videos monthly, if it means I just talk about it in live streams, I'm going to take my time and enjoy this device. And I mean that. Period. I love the Pixel Fold. It's still, obviously, still here. I'm gonna be honest, as y'all can see, it's not turned on. I'm gonna open it up. It's not turned on. It's not on at all. I still love the Pixel Fold. And to answer your question, Fog, I think that the Pixel Fold, if you are a Pixel enthusiast, is an amazing device. And y'all know me, I'm never one to try to come and just be like, this device is better, that device is better. Each device has their pros and cons that you have to live with. The Open has its own set of pros and cons. And I'm gonna be honest, like there's some things about this phone already that I'm kind of like, I wish that they would change that, right? But I will say for me, what I look for in a foldable, me, Ike, that's it. This is king. And like I said, I'm a few days in. I'm not saying it's better than the Pixel Fold. So if you own the Pixel Fold, don't get offended. I'm not saying it's the better foldable for you. Whatever's the better device for you is the better device for you. That's cool. Stay over there in your content creation studio, right? Y'all in my content creation studio right now. And for my usage and for how I want to use a foldable, the OnePlus Open is the best foldable in the United States. I say in the United States because there is a lot of competition overseas that I have not tested. So I'm not gonna say anything super definitive. I'm not gonna say this is overall the best of all time. Like that's just never been my speed. I'm only ever gonna talk about my use case and my experience. This is the best foldable for me. And again, for me, this is the best foldable that you can buy in the United States. Point blank. Period. Again, for me. Does that mean I'm never going to use the Pixel Fold? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not on right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to turn it on. It's a dead weight. No. I still love the Pixel Fold. It's a fantastic device. And for this to be, let me bring it back in, for this to be Google's true first attempt, I think that they did a damn good job. And I cannot wait to see what the Pixel Fold 2 is going to be like. With them starting off this strong. Because this is not a Gen 1 device. This is OnePlus's first branded foldable, but this is not nothing about this phone is Gen 1. And I say that with the utmost of compliment. There's some growing pains that Google's got to get through stepping into this arena. OnePlus didn't step into this arena without any type of experience or knowledge. Them and Oppo are sisters. So all of Oppo's experience, I mean, the phone is literally the Oppo Find N3. It's the exact same phone, just branded for us here in the US. And that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the import device hardware, some of their software features and all of that stuff packaged here for the United States. And that's exactly what OnePlus gave us. So like I said, if you have this is fantastic. Don't feel bad. I'm not talking any trash about this. This is the phone that I've used the most this year so far. And honestly, with the amount of time that I've used it, I think even if I use this by itself up until the end of the year, I will still have used this device longer. I love the Pixel Fold. It is amazing. And again, for a first gen, Google nailed it. But for me, OnePlus Open is, I think, what I'm going to end up rocking with long term. So that was the kind of surprise. We're going to look a little bit at comments. We're not going to go too much longer. But yeah, man, OnePlus Open is in the building. And it's really damn good. It is really damn good. It is really damn good. It's really damn good. I see Umar said, let me guess the Open. Yeah. Couple people guessed it on Twitter, man. But like I said, I just wanted to take my time, man, and just enjoy it, right? Like, I don't need to tell everybody what I got and what I don't got. It don't matter. None of your business until I'm ready to share. Slang said, best foldable in the US, and it's not close. For me, dog, and my usage, I would agree. I would agree with that. LaShawn pissed. Y'all make me sick with the damn Open. I think it's secretly because he want one. LaShawn, do you want to open, dog? Is that what it is? Do you want to open the OnePlus Open, dog? Showing messages and all kinds of stuff, but it's all good. Nothing there secretive. As told through the fold. I like that. I like that. I like that. The OnePlus One. Oh, I played the OnePlus One. The OnePlus Open has spoken. This is the way. Yeah. He said, I just don't like the camera design. And I totally get that, because I'm not gonna lie, this is not for everybody. Like, this is massive. Like, this is pretty massive. Now, I'm a fan of hey, if it takes high quality, dope ass pictures, put that joint on there. I got a little back camera screen protector on there, and because I'm probably not rocking this with a case. I just can't do it with this leather. I can't. Well, I should say faux leather, right? I don't want to make anybody mad. Got them thinking that I'm thinking that this is real. Obviously, it's not, but whatever. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put a case on it. Screen protectors on the front. I do have insurance. I think this is gonna be the one that's coming out, butt booty naked. Sarah, right? We the only true Pixel Fold lovers. I'm done. Dang, Slang said a Pixel Fold is a paperweight. Nah, mine will never be a paperweight, dog. I do still love the Pixel Fold. It's still in a rotation, but I think the main Mac Daddy is gonna be the Open, man. Hey, Latrell, man, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you, big homie. Yo, if I heard correctly, Wired Wednesday, or last night, you mentioned that you was going live sometime this weekend. What day are you going live, dog? Drop it in the chat. Oh, Jojo, no, that's the back of the phone. Yeah, no skin or nothing. Back of the phone. Delvon said, Pixel Fold is still my go-to foldable. OnePlus hardware is dope. Yep, I 100% agree and get where you're coming from, homie. Me and you have talked at lengths about the Pixel Fold, so you know how much I love it, dog. Fogg said, I currently rock a Pixel 6 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max, hoping to replace my Pixel 6 Pro with the Pixel Fold. I think that you're gonna like that, dude. I really do. Like, the Pixel, for me, dog, when it comes down to it, what I really love is the fact that the now I lost my train of thought because I read something else at the bottom. If I remember my thought, I'm gonna come back to what you just said here. I promise. Oh, got it. Just that fast. Okay. If you're a Pixel person who likes productivity, now the productivity features are still not to the level of what OnePlus and Samsung are giving you, but just the fact that you can, do split screen and not have to start your whole split screen instance all over again or whatever. Like, you actually have the taskbar and can do some cool little multitasking things. I love that aspect about the Pixel Fold and this. Do I need to refresh this too?